Welcome back to another episode of Work in Progress. Today we will be going through some interviewing tips and tricks. If you feel like you need to practice your interview skills, we'll even talk about one service that the CCPD offers, which is a mock interview appointment. When it comes to answering the questions an interviewer may give you, it's best to come prepared. An interviewer is typically going to ask you two types of questions: getting to know you and behavioral questions. Getting to know you questions are where an employer is trying to get to know who you are, what you do, and why you want to work at this company. Behavioral questions are where an employer is trying to gauge the type of person and employee you would be. When it comes to answering behavioral questions, it's best to use the STAR method. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. First, talk about the situation. Put the employers in your shoes. Then you want to name the task you're completing, as well as the action steps you took to complete the task. We recommend typically 2 to 3 action steps, just so that an employer can understand your process. And lastly, and this is the step that students often forget, be sure to include a result in your story. Now, you're probably asking, what kind of questions could be considered behavioral questions? Well, a couple examples include, tell me about a time where you failed, and what did you learn from it? Tell me about a time where you led a group through a challenging situation. These are the types of questions where employers will ask them to try to figure out who you'll be as an employee. Now, if you've done an interview of any kind before, you've probably been asked at the end, do you have any questions for us? Our number one piece of advice is to never say no to that question. You always want to ask at least one question at the end of the interview. Well, what kind of questions can you ask? Let's say you want to get to know more about the office culture or structure. You could ask something along the lines of, what do you enjoy most about coming into work every day? Or maybe you want clarification on the tasks you would be doing in this new role. You could say, can you tell me what a typical day looks like in this role? Asking these types of thoughtful questions can help an employer to see that you're truly interested in the position that you're applying for. It's important to give a good first impression when you walk into an interview. Dressing to impress is a great way to accomplish this. Most interviews are going to be business casual, but some may be business professional depending on the company or business. We strongly recommend looking into that before you walk into your interview. Now, if you don't have any business-appropriate clothing, don't worry. The CCPD offers the Career Closet to all students on campus. We talk about this resource a lot, but the Career Closet offers free clothing to students every semester that they don't have to return. Their hours and location are available on their Instagram at CU Career Closet. Feeling nervous about an interview coming up, or just feel like you could use some practice? The CCPD offers mock interviews through 2 different platforms. The first way is online and can be done at any time through ClemsonJobLink. Go to our website, then click ClemsonJobLink at the top. Once on the home page, you'll see a button labeled Mock Interviews. Click that and you'll see a list of options to do virtual mock interviews. Each of these options has pre-recorded questions that you will then record yourself answering. Once you record your piece, you can look back on the recording to see what you can improve on. Find the option that best fits what you're applying to, and you will then click and record your first attempt. The second option is signing up for a mock interview appointment with a counselor at the Career Center. Just go to the Counseling tab on ClemsonJobLink and request a mock interview appointment. We also have an option for just interview assistance if you don't want to do a full mock interview. If you have an interview coming up with a specific position in mind, or you're applying to graduate school, you can always put that information in the description of your appointment. This will help career counselors to craft your appointment to best suit you. We can't wait to help you, and we'll see you soon.